Good morning to everyone. So myself is Dr.Kausar Unnisa, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce and Management, Government Westgate College, KGF. So in this session, I'm going to have a discussion on the subject principles of marketing. In that, what are all the factors which are going to determine the channels of distribution? Before going to study about the factors affecting the distribution channel, we know what you mean by distribution channel. So this distribution channel is nothing but a system of organization of the relationships with external business and the individuals to manage the distribution activities of the product consumption in order to achieve the market goals of the enterprise. Since distribution channels connect manufacturers and the markets, the marketing structure greatly affects channel selection. The density of the market, the size of the location of the market, the behavior and the habits of the consumer should be taken into account in the choice of channels. As the density of the market increases, the use of direct and selective channels is if the number of units forming the market is large, they are spread over a wide geographical area. So it is mandatory to move to the long channel and intensive distribution has to be resorted. This practice is seen in the distribution of many consumer goods, such as food and medicine. Consumer behavior is also one of the most important market factor influencing the choice of distribution channel. So the indirect channel should be selected if consumers buy the goods in small size and frequently. And let us go for what are the factors which are going to influence the distribution channel. Some of the factors here we have brought to your notice to understand the selection of channels of distribution. The first one is nothing but the nature of product. So in the nature of product, some of the factors like physical characteristics of the factors and their impact on the selection of a particular channel of distribution, which are includes with respect to perishability, size and weight of the product, unit value of the product, product lines and technical nature of the products. Let us will go for how the perishability is being affected to the distribution channel. Because products which are perishable in nature are distributed by employing a shorter channel of distribution so that goods could be delivered to the consumers without delay. For example, you can able to say these fruits, vegetables, milk products, these are all the perishable in nature. So it should have a very short channel of distribution. If it is a long means the product will be deteriorated, so it cannot be transported in a good manner. So the channel of distribution should be very small. And the next, with respect to the size and weight of the product, see if the goods are bulky and heavy, products like coal, food grains, all these are directly distributed to the users, which involves heavy transportation cost. In order to minimize this cost, a short and direct distribution channel is suitable. And the next one is the unit value of a product. So the products will with a lesser unit value and high turnover are distributed by employing longer channels of distribution. Some of the household products like utensils, cloth, cosmetics take a longer time in reaching the customers. On the other hand, products like jewelry having a high product value are directly sold to the consumers by the jewelers. So the unit value of the product is also being affected. And the next point is with respect to the product lines. A manufacturer may be producing different products in the same line. They are going to sell directly or through retailers and also lesser time in consuming the distribution. On the other hand, a manufacturer dealing only in one item appoints a sole selling agents. There may be the wholesalers and retailers for selling the product. For example, in case of this ghee or it should contain the longer distribution channel has to be taken. And the next is technical nature of products. So some of the industrial products which are highly technical in nature are usually distributed directly to the industrial users and take lesser time and have to adopt shorter channel of the distribution. In this case, after sales service and technical advice has also been provided by the manufacturer to the consumer. And the next type or the next head of the factors which are affecting the distribution channel, that is nothing but the nature of the market. is also one of the important factor where while choice of the proper channel of distribution, how it is going to be influenced. With respect to the number of prospective buyers, if the number of buyers are likely to be more, the distributional channel will be long. On the other hand, if the number of consumers are expected to be less, the manufacturer can effectively sell directly to the consumers by appointing the salesman. And the next is size of the order. If the size of the order placed by the customers is big, direct selling can be undertaken by the manufacturer, as in case of the industrial goods. But where the size of the order is small, middlemen are appointed to distribute the products. And the next is geographic concentration of the market. When the customers are concentrated at one particular place or market, distribution channel will be short and the manufacturer can directly supply the goods in that area by opening his own shops or the separate depots for the market. And the next is buying habits of the customer. So here it is going to be included the taste, preferences, likes, dislikes of the customers. And the customers also expect certain services like credit and personal attention, and also the after sales service. All these factors are greatly influencing the choice of the distribution channel. And the next thing is the next head of the thing is nothing but the nature of the middleman. How the nature of the middleman is being affected to the channels of distribution, that because marketing intermediaries are vital components in the distribution of goods, so they are being greatly influencing the marketing of goods. The first one is the point is that of cost of distribution. See, in case of cost of distribution through middlemen is one of the main considerations to be taken into account by the manufacturer, because higher cost of distribution will result in increase the cost of the product. So the manufacturer has to select the most economical distribution channel for his products. And the next is availability of the desired middleman. See, sometimes desired middlemen may not be available for the distribution of goods because they may be busy in dealing with the competitive products. Under such circumstances, the manufacturer has to make his own arrangements by opening his branches or sales depots to distribute the goods to the consumers. And the next is unsuitable marketing policies for the middlemen. And the marketing policies of the manufacturer may not be welcomed by the middlemen, for the terms and conditions may not be favored to the middlemen. For example, some wholesalers or retailers would like to act as sole selling agents for the product in a particular area or the region. And the next is financial soundness. In appointing middlemen, the manufacturer must take into consideration the financial stability and reputation of the middleman. A financially sound middleman can provide credit facilities to the customers and also can have a make prompt payment to the manufacturer. And the fourth category, which is relating to the nature and size of the marketing manufacturing units, how it is being affected to the distribution channel. The first point is relating to the manufacturer reputation. See here, reputed and financially sound manufacturing concerns can easily engage the middlemen because they are compared to lesser reputed and newly established units. Generally, a financially weaker unit cannot operate without the help of middlemen. And next is experience of the undertaking. Industrial undertakings have ample marketing ability and experience, can be effectively manage their distribution activities. So they have lesser dependence on the and by undertaking the intermediaries. And the next is services provided by the manufacturer. So here the selection of the marketing intermediaries is also influenced by the various services provided by the manufacturer, because these services are include extensive advertisement for the product, after sales services and facilities of credit. The manufacturers are providing these services can easily avail the services of reputed retailer as well as the wholesaler. And some of the points that has to be brought to your notice to during the time of how it is been affected the distribution channel. One is the government regulation and policies. Let us will see how these government policies and regulations is been affected, because it influences the choice of the distribution channel. The government may impose certain restrictions on the wholesale trade of a particular product, so which is an aid to take over the distribution of certain products. All these restrictions have a direct impact in selecting the channel of distribution. And the next one is competition. The nature and extent of competition prevalent in an industry is another detrimental consideration in selecting a distribution channel. Different manufacturers will be producing similar products. They may employ the same channels of the distribution. So with this, I'm going to have a conclusion for this part. After going through various considerations, it looks a producer that will have to balance many factors before taking a decision about the channels of distribution, because even in the decision taking a particular channel, it may be reviewed at a later time. A particular channel of distribution selected at the time of launching a product may be reviewed when the product has been stabilized. With this, I'm going to end my session. Thank you.